Thank you. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you. It's good to be here. It's good to be at the Crossroads. Are Bone Thugs and Harmony here yet? Thought they were going to meet us here. That name was always really misleading to me. Like, Bone Thugs, you think they're going to be hard, but the fact that they're harmonized, that's got to take off some of the street cred, right? Hello, 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 this is a robbery. Bravo, here's my wallet. Can you assault me for an encore? Is it just me? Or does it smell like awesome mustache in here? That's my favorite line to say with the mustache. My second favorite line to say with the mustache is, hey, drink this. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering why I have a mustache right now. For those of you that don't know, November is also called Movember, and men grow mustaches to raise awareness for testicular and prostate cancer. So I grew mine to participate. Is what I tell people. The truth is that I hate holding babies. I find the amount of offers I get significantly decreases when you look like this. Like if you're clean shaven and you walk up to someone holding their child and you say, well, that's a lovely baby, they say, oh, thank you, would you like to hold it? But if you look like this and you say, that's a lovely baby, they say, oh, thank you, have you ever been pepper sprayed? Another advantage to the mustache is that I finally get to wear my mesh tank top and fingerless gloves combo. I've been waiting for a while, but if you wear it without a mustache, you just look stupid. I wear this hoodie to reinforce my mustache's intent. Like if you saw me in like skinny jeans and a scarf, you would think, well, that's a hipster, his mustache is ironic. But when you see me in like beat up old jeans and a hoodie, you think, that's a sex offender. And that's my easiest way to fulfill my legal obligation to Megan's Law. Part of the reason that I grew a mustache was my wife. A few weeks ago, we watched that movie, Contraband. And I know that movie's old. I opened my set with the Bone Thugs and Harmony joke. You paid $5, maybe you should just take what you're given. But we watched that movie, Contraband, and her uncle had seen it. Like, I know we missed it in the theaters and then on DVD, but her uncle watched it and then called us, and he was like, you guys gotta see this movie. This movie's really good. And you know how if you give something away in a movie, you're supposed to say, spoiler alert? Well, spoiler alert, her uncle has horrible taste in movies. That movie sucked. But I'm glad that we saw it. Not because I wanted to see Contraband, I'm glad we saw it because of how my wife asked me to rent Contraband. Like her uncle called her at night, so the next day she sent me this text message at work and it said, hey, on the way home, will you pick up Contraband? And then like 2 seconds later, she sent me this text message that said, the movie. Like I needed clarification, like she was scared I was gonna show up with a brick of heroin and an unregistered handgun. Oh, the movie! Oh man, I thought she wanted to party. Your texts need to be more specific in the future. I'm gonna shave my mustache at the end of the month, and my wife hates my mustache. The reason that I brought up Contraband though, we were watching that movie and my wife was like, ooh, Mark Wahlberg's like a bad boy in this movie. He's like I kind of like the bad boys. Well, nothing says bad boy like a sex offender, am I right, ladies? I don't know how she keeps her hands off me. She hates the mustache though, she really does, so I'm gonna shave it at the end of the month. Yeah, alright. Mustache sympathy. But I'm gonna shave it at the end of the month, but then I really started thinking about it. And like, I have like 7 solid minutes on mustache humor. I got like 2 on her. Don't make me choose. I really am gonna shave the mustache, is what I thought, but then the more I started thinking about it, the more I realized like maybe I should keep it. in case something happens to me and I die unexpectedly. Because when I meet God, I want it to be with a mustache on my face. That way no one asks me to spend eternity running the daycare. St. Peter will be like, you can come in, but we're not letting you near the kids. Sweet, it worked. That joke is called morally sound dead baby joke. All these mustache jokes make it sound like I hate kids. I don't hate kids, I like kids. I have a nephew who's 3. He's awesome, he's a lot of fun to be around. This year my wife and I took him trick-or-treating. And we kind of waited until the last minute to go costume shopping, so we just had to take whatever Party City had left. Like this year I went as Batman and he had to go as Sexy Robin. That's all they had in his size. He was like, Uncle Jeff, why can't I be Batman and you be Robin? And I'm like, 'cause I'm an adult, I'm not your sidekick. Now ring that bell and show some leg, earn that candy boy. But I would like to compliment you on that complex sentence you just put together. That's a big sentence for a 3-year-old. Your communication skills are great. He is only 3. And that's an awesome age to have kids, you know? Like, we finally get to start taking him out to do stuff. Over the summer, I took him to some Huntsville Stars baseball games. And that was awesome for me. That meant I could drink as much as I wanted to, and then just put him on my lap and let him drive me home. That's the perfect crime when you think about it. Neither of us are actually driving. I'm just working the gas and brake. He's doing the steering wheel. That's a loophole. Suck it, legal system. I know we're at a bar. Before any of you get any ideas, I do not condone that last joke. I told that joke to my sister, and she was like, that's terrible. What if something happened to him? And I'm like, look, if we get in trouble, he's a minor, all right? That's going to be off his record before he can even drive himself. Meanwhile, do you know what a DUI would do to me? Look at this disarming smile and my charming wit. How long do you think I would last in prison? All right, you can have another son. You're not going to have another brother. Our parents aren't even married anyway. If you did have another brother, he's not going to be a purebred. Quit being selfish. Having him around makes me realize how little I know about parenting, though. Like, parenting seems really difficult. When my sister announced that she was pregnant, and we were gonna go get her something for her baby shower, my wife was like, what should we get her? I said, I don't know, like G.I. Joe's or something? And my wife was like, he's a baby, you can't get him G.I. Joe's. And I said, okay, what do you get a baby? And she said, like a blanket or a book. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. If he's not old enough to play with G.I. Joe's, I know he can't read. Who's stupid now? It does seem really hard though, like parenting seems really tough until you see someone that sucks at it, and then you just think, I could probably do that. I live by this mega church, like I have to drive by on my way home. Mega church is a really funny word to me, by the way, like take a little side road here. Mega church is a funny word to me, like that just sounds like the lamest transformer ever. A symbol, form, eternal salvation. I do a really good Transformer impression for all y'all. Megatron has a cannon. I will turn the other cheek. Where was I? Oh, yeah. That's why you don't go off on rants, because then you got to look at your notebook and act like you didn't look at your notebook. Bad parenting by the mega church. I was driving by this mega church, right? And it's like a Monday, so there's no church service. And there's just this guy skateboarding in the empty parking lot, holding his child while he skateboards. Like, this dude's just recklessly careening around holding his fragile infant. And I just thought, this is either the most negligent dad ever, or he's about to do the best skateboard trick I've ever seen. Either way, I bet he has the raddest story about why his wife left him. I've been thinking about parenting a lot lately and just fatherhood, you know? Like, I'm at that weird age where all my friends are having kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah, it's rough, man, you know, to look at it, and it's just so crazy to look at these guys who I have all these wild stories about how irresponsible we were together, and to see them like holding an infant in their hands, and just to think like all the responsibility that goes into that. And it just really made me think, like, if you are not 100% certain that you want to have a child, do not visit one with my wife. That is an argument you're not going to win. She's like, when are we going to start having kids? When are we going to have a family? And I'm just like you, I don't know why I made my wife sound like Will Ferrell doing a Harry Carey impression either. I do a good Transformer, I do an awful Natalie. My wife is awesome though. I like her a lot, but every once in a while she'll just do something that just kind of bothers me a little bit. Like a few weeks ago, we had all of her friends over for dinner, and she was like, you know what would make this night great? If instead of just dinner, we did game night, and then just ruin your whole evening. If we just took all of your free time and did a game night, doesn't that sound fun? But I wanted to be polite. I was like, yeah, we do a game night. And she gets all excited. She's like, oh, that's so good, that's so good. What game do you want to play? You can choose what game we play. So I said, partner swap. Instead we played Cranium, because we never do what I want to do. I felt like explaining to my wife, like, look, marriage is about compromise. The last 3 times we've had your friends over, we've played Cranium. It's my turn to pick, let me grope your friends. Like, hurt her feelings when I said that. So I tried to explain my position on it, using Cranium as a metaphor. I was like, look, I love Cranium. Cranium is the best game I've ever played. And I'm not disinterested in Cranium. It's just, after a few years of Cranium, I just want to see what Jenga looks like naked. In that scenario, Jenga is her Korean friend. My wife is awesome. Like, she's been really supportive of me doing stand-up and all this. So anytime I have a joke involving her, I run it by her, just to make sure I don't hurt her feelings or am disrespectful or anything like that. And when I told her that joke, I was like, hey, is that alright if I tell this joke? And she was like, yeah, that's really funny, that's good. But I don't have any Korean friends. And that just kind of blew my mind. Like, nothing in that joke was true. We didn't get in a fight about Cranium because we didn't have her friends over. Nothing was true. I wrote that shoveling gravel. Like, none of that joke was true at all. And it just made me wonder, like, does she believe all this? Like, does she know I didn't really make our nephew dress up as Sexy Robin? But then it really got me thinking, and I'm like, man, maybe she should expand her social circles and get some Korean friends. I'm tired of using my imagination. That's my time, everybody. I'm Jeff Graham. Thank you so much.